Alrighty guys, welcome back for part 2, act 2 of our Path of Exile beginner guide walkthrough and playthrough. So, starting right off, the thing that I wanted to mention is this is all optional, but it's going to significantly help you in your progression in the game. So you want to go to pathofexile.com/trade, and it's going to be the website that you are going to be using. There are tons of trade websites. I like this one the most because it's the official one, and it's like the most beginner friendly, I would say. But there's tons of different Path of Exile trade websites. Anyways, this is all in-game. It's not like you're spending real money, okay? This is in-game trade for items. So what we're going to do is make sure that this is selected Ancestor, because it's a brand new league. If you select Standard, or if whatever is selected by default, it should be Ancestor, but this is the newest league. So we're going to be getting 2 items here. So the first item that we're going to type in for the search is Wrath's Reach. This is all optional. If you don't happen to have like the Orbs of Alchemy, it's not a big deal. So I'm going to hit search, and I'm going to hit Direct Whisper. Now, you may have to log in with your Steam account or Xbox account or whatever you're playing on, right? But log in with your Steam account, and then we're just going to hit Direct Whisper. It's going to automatically in-game whisper them, and I'm going to hopefully get this item from him and hit accept. He's going to invite me. And then we're going to click on his little icon here, and it's going to transfer me to his hideout. It's his little special thing. It's with this little blue icon here. So you want to click on the little blue swirly. It's going to teleport us to his little base. And we basically just wait here for a second. What is his name? Typical GM. Okay, so we want to go to his hideout. So he's playing with his friend. And every player's hideout is going to be different. Okay, so now we're going to give him this, and he's going to give us that item. And now we have our bow. The next thing that we want to get is going to be Fox Shade. So these are all uniques. And the reason why I stick with uniques in the very beginning is because everyone's getting the same thing. So we're going to type in the word Fox Shade, and then we're going to hit search, and then we're going to see this item. And if you don't happen to have the Orbs of Alchemy, don't worry. This one, it doesn't really matter the rules on it. We're just going to go for this. We're going to hit Direct Whisper, and it's always going to sort it by the cheapest one. If you don't happen to have Orbs of Alchemy, don't worry. You can get it later. Some people don't respond. Sometimes I'll whisper like multiple people at once, so I'm waiting for that guy to respond. And, okay, cool, he responded. Usually earlier on, people will respond, but sometimes if they don't respond, don't worry. It's not like you did anything wrong. We're going to wait for him, and once again, we're going to go to his hideout. So click right here on his hideout, and I'll show you guys how to unlock your hideout. And eventually he's going to send us a trade request, and we're going to hit accept. And then we could control click just like in trade. We're going to hit accept. And then we're going to be using these in this act. And then nice, we got that. And we can also look for just random items that we want. It doesn't have to be unique. So let's say like right now I desperately need, like what do I need right now? Ideally, I'd want a bow that gives us good damage. And I have a bow coming at 2 levels. So I don't need to worry about these boots. What I want to get is as much movement speed as possible. And I have 2 Orbs of Alchemy. That's my budget here. So if we don't have an item name over here, we would go to the item filter. We want to select that we're going to pay Orb of Alchemy. I'm just going to put 1 as our maximum price. And then I'm also going to put that we can only be, let's say, level, maybe 2 levels higher than we were currently. And then I want to look for a certain pair of boots. So item category, let's go to boots. And then I want to have, let's say, movement speed on the boots. So that's going to be on the right side over here. I'm going to stat filter. We're going to go to movement, if I could spell, movement speed. And I like to select pseudo because that can be not on the like explicit. So there are certain modifiers that give you more movement speed. So I'm just going to hit search. I'm going to see what comes up. Well, there's nothing. Oh, this is requirements minimum. We want maximum level 18. That's what caused it. Okay, so I want to click right here, and it's going to sort it by the most movement speed. So this is only 1 orb of alteration. Do I have one? Yes, perfect. Okay, cool. And that's going to give me 15% movement speed, which is excellent. But maybe I want something else. Okay, there's really nothing else. Let's see. These ones are going to be better because it gives us dexterity and evasion, and that's what our character kind of benefits off of. This one, so we got 15. Let's see which one's going to be better. This one gives us max life too, so this one's way better. So we're going to hopefully we can trade this alteration, and there's all types of different currencies. So we're gonna get this, and this is Nino. Okay, and then I believe we can get Asonas. Actually, we'll see. Sometimes they'll teleport towards you. So while we're waiting, this is like a big part of PoE as well. Trading is huge in this game. It is part of the end game content to get your upgrades in this game. So we're gonna go to this, select this, and you don't have to do this. It's in your benefit for sure to get movement speed. And movement speed and HP are very important. And then next, what I want to do, we're going to keep the same level requirements, but this time I want a helmet. We could just kind of shoot for uniques. I don't know. Certain items sometimes in certain leagues can go up. So let me see if SNS chant is over here. Okay, let's see SNS. Mark? Does anyone have this? Oh, okay. Oh, shoot, it's really cheap. Okay, cool. So this is something that I do want to get. It's awesome that it's really cheap. Sometimes this could be very expensive. Certain items fluctuate in price because there's like, let's say a new best in slot for something. Prices go down. It used to be one of the best helmets in the game, and it's definitely not anymore, but I like it. It's really great for leveling. So if I want to go for a unique, right, let's say level requirements maximum. My face is not here, right? Okay, cool. So this way it's not blocking it. So maximum level 18, and let's go to item category helmet, and let's say for the item rarity, I want a unique. Unique is the same thing as a legendary in Diablo. And a lot of them are kind of mid in the very beginning, but if there's anything that you see that you may want that's like an Orb of Alchemy, I mean, heck, you can pick it up. Most of these are kind of mid, to be honest, with the exception of the one I just showed you. I wouldn't really worry too much about getting a helmet, with the exception of maybe, okay, maybe I can go to level requirement max, and I can go to the socket filters, and I can go to sockets 4. And then we could, ideally we want like 3 green. See if we can get anything for alchemy. There might not be anyone selling something, but let's see. Oh, cool, there is. So ideally, we don't do the chest piece. Honestly, the helm or the gloves would be ideal. Actually, there's Ondars is actually pretty good. These are going to be really cheap as well. Let's see if we can get a 4 socket Ondar. Oh, it's going to be 1. Oh, okay. If we did 3, I bet you it's like 1 alchemy. Yeah, okay. So we might pick up these. These are really great to have. But what do we have right now in that? Okay, yeah, we could swap that out. So sometimes, like, I know this is like kind of tedious to trade for a little bit, but like I promise you, it's going to significantly increase our speed at which we are progressing in this game by getting all these items. So we'll wait for a second for him to trade, and while we're waiting for him to respond, sometimes it takes a second for people to respond. Okay, there we go. Because they're doing like lots of other things in the game. They're trading with 10, 20 people. And what's his name again? Hemo, and we're going to click on this. And now we are going to grab this item. And the reason why I like this is because it gives us extra attack speed. There's nothing else that's going to give you 30% increased attack speed, but it's only when you're at full HP. But we could just use Vitality, and that's how we kind of bypass just keeping ourselves at full HP the whole time. So we got these. This is going to be awesome. And we also get some extra accuracy rating, which is our chance to hit, but it's not really a big deal for our build to have chance to hit. The last thing we want to get is a better helmet. So we're going to go to helmet, ideally. Let's see, helm. There's not really a great helmet, again, other than the one like Asanas. Is pretty decent to have in the very beginning. If I can get a 4, ooh, this is item level. Okay, this is perfect. If we can get this, oh, it's not 4 linked. This one would be better. Let's go try to shoot for this one, and it's a white item, so we can maybe use it later. So if we can get this for 1 Orb of Alchemy, it's okay. It's not super insane. Hopefully he'll respond. If he doesn't respond, it's fine. We can just continue. Oh, cool. He responded. Every single one responded, which is like, this is like very, very rare, like for everyone to respond, but we got lucky. Everyone responded, making the video looking like everyone responds to trades, which, again, don't expect everyone to respond to trades. So he's in a certain area that I cannot get to, so I have to wait for him to get to the hideout. I'm going to get rid of some of this garbage. These are the boots that we just got. Okay. But this Roth's Reach will be perfect, and this other item will be perfect as well. And we're going to need to hit level 17 for it, but that's fine. That's why I put like another level higher. And now we are ready to finally start, but trading is very important for the game. All right, so we actually can exit 2 different ways. It doesn't really matter which one you choose, but let's go. PoE is better than D4. I mean, I like them both, to be honest. Genuinely. All right, let's throw out our auras again. When we re-equip an item, we gotta reactivate our auras, and we can actually remove precision. I do want to keep my vitality on because that is tied to our extra attack speed. Now we are just going to be melting stuff, and once we hit 18, guys, oh my gosh, the game is going to be super zoomy, and that's why I love with Path of Exile. If you know what you're doing in this game, is phenomenal. Or if you're watching someone that like understands the game. So there's an area that we can go into. It's a little cave, and it can give us another quicksilver flask. I like to do this. It's optional. We got straight to the crossroads. But there's another area that we are looking for, and sometimes you can spawn further away. I think we just got access to our helmet. I'll throw this in here. I'm gonna remove that. I think this gave us really anything, right? It didn't really give us anything special. Oh, we had a movement speed one. Great. So we're looking for this little, like, cave. If you see any armor scrap, pick them up. We don't really need to use them now, but I use them for, like, getting scrolls. Earlier on, it's not bad. So where is this cave? Okay, if we don't find it, it's not that big of a deal. We can skip it. But I do want to go for it, because it does give us a reward. Oh my gosh, that was a loot goblin. Alright, what do we got? Oh, over here, that's good. Honestly, nothing. It dropped a bunch, but yeah, a bunch of nothing is still a bunch of nothing. So let's see if it's over here. Maybe it's going to be in the very bottom corner, but sometimes with any action RPGs, it's like that one area that you didn't go to, that's exactly where you needed to go. Have you seen how crazy Necros can be? Yeah, I mean, Necromancer is very good. I've played it for multiple leagues, but I think in terms of starting, in terms of speed, there's nothing that compares, in my personal opinion, to Ranger in terms of a beginner to be very friendly. Okay, so this is what we're looking for, the den, the little cave I was talking about. So we're gonna go here. What I want to get as soon as possible, I don't like to deal with mana in this game. It's like, yeah, I can pop a potion. Oh, now you can see we don't have 27 intelligence. So I lose, like, this whole thing is not going to be applied. So what I'm going to do is I can grab this, because we're going to need to get, we're going to go this route. Oops. So we need 4 more intelligence in order to use clarity. And otherwise I can't use the gem. So you'll notice sometimes, like, maybe that helmet that we had before was giving us the extra intelligence. I'm assuming that's what it was. And if you don't reach the requirements and it breaks, then your item will be unequipped, basically. It's still on your character, but it doesn't count. So we're going to kill the Great White Beast. We'll throw some turrets down. Throw that.
My mana is gone.
Okay. Later mana will not be a problem. And once we have a couple levels before we can use that, so we can actually grab this armor. Was both these? Yeah, we can grab. Oh, and then we can move this over here and play inventory Tetris. Actually, we're just gonna identify it, and if it's, oh, we don't even have a scroll of identity. Because we're not gonna be able to use. Actually, this gives us intelligence. Bam! I don't need these rings anymore. That's only for the. Oh, I can do this. It's only for the first act boss. Okay. Because we're going to eventually use Fox Shade, and we can use this as soon as we hit 18. So this, we don't need it anymore either. Now we don't really need to save items for vendors, but we're going to go immediately back into town. Eventually, once we get the waypoint, and I'm going to try to be as efficient as possible. So we're going to go to the crossroads, and this act is actually pretty easy. It's very, very fast. But it's going to give us another quicksilver flask, and I like moving as fast as possible, but we're going to follow the trail over here on Crossroads. You can see that there's kind of like a path. Oh, you like playing exploding totems. I think totems are probably pretty good this league as well. And the reason why is for the league mechanic, it's going to have like kind of like an auto battler. So we're just going to move along. Oh, wait, we just got the waypoint. So I clicked on it, right? You have to actually click on the waypoint. Sometimes I forget. Okay, so anyways, we're going to go back to town, get a reward, and get rid of all of these things in our inventory that we may not want.
Can't see why I'd want to do that here.
So she's going to give us a quicksilver flask, and that's the only reason why we do that. These are both unidentified. I don't think we have anything that we can sell. We have an armor scrap. Okay, cool. We got 2 scrolls of wisdom. Let's see if any of these are good. We got extra life on this one. This is a little bit better, but honestly, it doesn't really matter.
Yes. Go.
And let's continue. And then we can use those boots. As soon as we hit 18 though, guys, our game is going to be zooming super fast. Butthole Wild, how you doing? You've been a while since you played PoE. Oh man, now is the time. Today's the brand new league. And so instead of leveling up the Vitality Gem, I'm going to right click on it. So it just dismisses the upgrade. And now we're going to get to the next area. There's actually 2 different areas that you can go to. You can go to the Broken Bridge, but we already got the waypoint, so we can go in any direction. Later, we're going to need to go into the other area. But basically, this whole act is based around these 3 different bandits. And usually this one is like down and to the right. There we go, yep. Got this waypoint. And we are going to look for another bandit. Let's maybe go up a little bit here. But like there is some general kind of rules to some of the layouts, but it's not 100% every single time. They're always in these areas. Whew, now we can use our brand new bow, and this is going to be insane for our upgrade. So, steel skin, we can't use this anymore. It's fine, it's not a big deal. So, I'm going to swap these boots. We're going to put our skill over here. And the reason why I like getting this item earlier on, which is the Wrath's Reach, it gives us change. So that means, and also gives us elemental damage. So, pretty much we're going to be one-shotting a lot of the things here. And I'm just going to grab this now, because eventually we're going to need to have strength or all the things for it, requirements. And then now we have extra gem level up with clarity, but I'm going to dismiss it. I like to keep all of those pretty much level 1. Precision we'll upgrade eventually later, but for now, I don't want to have reserve mana problems. We're going to get a lot more mana very soon for mana regen, but it could be down. It's usually down, but silver coin. You can pick these up. They're not super important to use for ourselves, but they are part of a currency that we can use later. But there's no like coins in this game like a gold if you're thinking like that, because that's what I thought they were. Oh, we're gonna pick up the transmute move. Oh, we need to equip this, but you see it's unidentified, and I don't have a scroll of wisdom, so don't have access to it yet. Oh, you know what? We need Sniper's Mark. Where did that go? Sniper's Mark. Let's throw that bad boy back on. And I like how it automatically puts it right back. We don't have... Do we have room for steel skin somewhere? No, we don't. But eventually we can throw steel skin back in. And if you want to, you can use your chromatic orbs and try to reroll and get a color. Or something that you want. Oh, there's Kraityn. So, it was bottom to the right, but it was way farther in the bottom. Pick up all the armor scrap. Those are worth 2 scrolls of wisdom, and later we'll use them. But they're really cheap currency. It's like I said, it's like certain currency in this game is considered like pennies. Some of them are quarters. One of them is like dollars. But so Kraityn over here, we're going to set up. So what we're going to do is we're going to select kill Kraityn. Each one of these will give you some sort of a benefit. His is actually not bad. I like to. Eventually, we're going to do another thing where we get to get skill points, but we're going to kill Kraityn. So we have to pick one bandit to side. Alira is 1000% the best for beginners, and I like getting it for the most part. It's just so good. And the reason why I recommend it for beginners every single time, it's kind of a frequently asked question too, which bandit do I think is best? And now that we've killed the bandit, that's basically what we need to do in this area. There is another area that we can go to later, but we basically just want to use the bandit quest over there. And pretty much that's what we're going to be doing. And now we are going to go to the left. And I don't need this bow anymore. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, we don't need to sell any of our items right now. We're just going to level up to 25. And we're going to get our scroll of identity. Actually, that's what we need to do. So we're going to go sell. And then we sell this. So you need scrolls of wisdom. And then we're going to identify this, and we can get rid of a mana potion. I just want to move as fast as possible. So now we go back to town, and we're going to exit to the left here. So we defeated Kraityn. We talked to Einhar. He'll join us, and he'll kind of fight for us. There's no real mercenary in this game, but oh my gosh, the chains are so good. Look, we're just one-shotting everything. And it'll pretty much remain like this throughout its entirety. Like, bow is phenomenal. Lightning arrow is so dang powerful. And we're just going to be zooming. So make sure you activate your quicksilver flask just so you can move a little faster. Level up. Nice. Gem Cutter's Prisoner. If you see any of those, pick those up. They're going to be utilized for later. And you might see some of these gaps, so you can cross those gaps
My mana is gone.
by lighting arrow. Also love them. Using your mobility skill. So in our case, it's going to be dash over here. And now, oops, let's we can start moving down towards this to get this extra mana, so we can stop activating potions. I think it's really great for beginners because, well, you really don't want to be constantly pushing your mana button. For the earlier stages, it's just so great to not have to deal with it. So what we're looking for is either the waypoint to this area, or we can go upwards. Hopefully we can get the waypoint. But if we kill the area fast enough, we don't have to worry about it. Okay, cool. We got the waypoint. So we want to get the waypoint for Riverways because we want to go up now. And we want to go up and we want to kill this guy named Oak. So we're going to go from the Riverways. It's usually up and to the left. It'll grant us the area of the wetlands. Alright, there we
Looks
go.
like this land and I are coming to an understanding.
I think that music stopped up here. I'm going to reset the music by doing this. Okay, we can also kill Oak first. So now we're going to go down here. We can also get this movement speed. It's not bad, but I want to stop the thing from asking me to use my mana. So what we're going to do is we're going to also kill Oak. The Alira one is the best. And the reason why the Alira one is the best for beginners, and I actually think it's just good overall. Like, genuinely, like, you can keep it forever if you want to. Activate that Sniper Smart. Is because it gives us mana regen and all resistances, and that's very strong. So we can go back to town, and we are going to... You can get the waypoint for that area if you want to as well, but it's usually just up and to the left, so it's not that important. We could get it now. It's really not that bad of an idea. So we should get the waypoint actually for the wetlands. I was thinking about it. If you do it fast enough, you could bypass it, but it's probably smarter to just get the waypoint, thinking about it now. So you'll see that this eventually will come up to like a block. So let's get the waypoint over here. There we go. So you'll see that there's a thing that's blocking it. So get the waypoint here, and then we're going to go back into the riverways. And then we want to just go left. And hopefully we'll get 25 over here. So from the waypoint, it's usually down and to the left to get to the next area. How would I rank this league? You know what? I haven't even done the league mechanic. It hasn't even popped up. So I couldn't give you a review of this league yet. So now we got to go down. I'm a machine. Oh, dude, it's because I do all of these in one take. A lot of YouTubers can't do like all in one take. They need edits, and like I've just gotten to the point where like I don't like editing, so I just try to do everything in one take. I mean, obviously it's a walkthrough, so like I don't need to do any edits. There's no like, you know, there's nothing I want to cut. There's nothing I want to cut out of this for the most part. And the reason why is because, well, it's a new player's guide. Path of Exile is not a game where you can just like play and not have to worry about. Or it is a game where you do need every single thing so you don't make a mistake. Is what I should say. Like, there's just too much content here. So from the Western Forest, you want to go straight down and to the left. And the reason why is there's a quest where we kill these blackguards. And one of them's going to drop an item. And we're going to click on this item, and then we're going to click on the seal. Now, what this is going to do is we're going to talk to Bestel in Act 1 for a reward. So this is where the game gets really like, if you didn't have this guide, how would you know that if you complete this quest to get the actual reward, you got to go back to Act 1 without like, you know, just someone giving you that knowledge. It's not just natural, right? So we're going to do that after we help Alira. So we're going to help Alira. Then we can go back. Also, by the way, the potions, you can activate multiple. Let's see, quicksilver flask, but it won't give you multiple stacks. And you'll see there's another area, but I want to get Alira first so we can solve this mana issue. Probably it's going to be top to the left. It's going to be up over here, or it's going to be over here. My guess is it's going to be further away from the entrance. So my guess is over here, but sometimes it could be in the middle. I don't know. It's just like the luck of the draw where this bandit's hiding. Oh, yeah, I was correct. After playing this game for so long, you kind of learn how the game works. Alright, so with Alira, we are going to help her. So what we're getting with her is that 5 mana regen per second, which is massive. So we're going to help her. And then there's also plus 15 to all res. And we get crit multi. So that means that our crit damage is going to be extra. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to character selection screen. Or you could use a portal. It doesn't really matter. I see this as just being faster. And then now we're going to go to the waypoint. We're going to go back to Act 1. Go to Lionize Watch. And we're going to complete the quest by talking to Bestel. He's going to give us a skill point. Bam. Now we got the skill point. We're going to right click. Bam. We got it. Awesome, awesome. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get this. So we're going to get our attack damage leached as mana. And it's going to be awesome. It's going to be so great. Okay, now we're going to go back to Act 2. And this is why, again, the game gets a little bit more complex. But I promise you this game is worth it. Alright. So now we're going to go back to the Western Forest, which is where we helped Alira. And we're going to go to this cave over here. So, Alira gives us this item called the Apex, which is important. And now we're going to get the Spike. So we're going to go to the Weaver's Chambers. Oh, we have an essence over here. Nice. And with this essence, I'm going to put it on our helmet. Okay, because our helmet, remember, it's got a 4 socket, but we're going to have to unequip it to do this. So we're going to put the Essence of Fear. So on the helmet, it gives us minion accuracy. It's not going to help us out for minions, but extra mana is always good. And what did we remove? Sniper's Mark and Dash. Okay, so it's not like an aura that we have to reactivate. More of a chance. Pick up any of the, they're going to be marked in like gold. They're considered the currency in the game. Or another orb chance. But yeah, if you didn't get any of the currency items, and there's different ways where you can convert currency to other things. Lots of the trade websites, well, it's like, I don't know, it's probably like 4 orbs of alchemy equals 1 chaos orb. So pretty much chaos orbs are kind of like the gold standard of like the $1 bills in this game. And most of the legendaries or uniques are just a couple chaos orbs or like 1 chaos orb. Or like some of the worst ones like this, it was 1 orb of alchemy. And the prices will go down as the game progresses, usually. Eventually no one will want like the cheaper items, so throw that sniper's mark on it and just keep on blasting it. And when it goes away, just set up your turrets again. Level 21. Okay. But yeah, going back to your question, Eisen, as far as the league, so far I'm enjoying myself just because it's Path of Exile. But the league mechanic, I'm not sure what act it starts in. So we got a 2-toned ring. You want all of those for sure. So now that we got this item, we can go back to town. And you don't always have to, you know, exit the game. It's just sometimes I mix it up. Just I'm looking at how many portals we have. But now we can go talk to the NPC over here. We get another reward. Elemental damage with attacks is great. Trinities for element, like multi-element. I'm gonna get elemental damage with attacks. And so our helmet over here is gonna have a high chance, if I was to reroll the colors, to have blues and greens, because green is tied to evasion, energy shield is tied to blues, and then reds are tied to armor. That's kind of how the game works in terms of like the colors. But like this will be a good thing to have eventually when we eventually get the correct colors on our items. So next up, what is the next quest that we're going to be doing? We are going to be doing the Intruders in Black. So we're going to go back to the crossroads here. Let me move my face out of the way. So this is the next quest that we want to actually do. There's actually another area down here that we're going to go to as well for the crossroads. So it is part of our progression. So we're going to go down over here. And the reason why we want to go down over here is we want to go to the area to get our next Trial of Ascendancy. These are all required to get our specialization in the next class. Most of these you can follow the path. So again, Fellshire Ruins over here. Even though Intruders in Black is going up and to the left, to do this game fully and to have like the guide be as thorough as possible, you do want to just kind of follow the trail here. And we're basically going to get a super class. So right now we are considered a ranger, but we're going to be ascending to what's called a Deadeye. And that's going to give us the ability to chain our skills. Like the arrows were chained to extra targets. But Roth's Reach gives you chain anyways. But eventually we're going to swap off this bow. This bow can be used until the end game. It's like really that good. Like this bow is absolutely amazing. Eventually we can get something else if we want to, but Oh, that's a dead end over there. It's probably going to be right over there. Yeah. And we're almost there. Usually it's in an area that looks like this. There it is. And we are going to be going to the Crypt level 1. So the Crypt is where we do the Trial of Ascendancy in this area. After that, this area, that's done. That's what you're using this area for. So this area is only level 17. We are just zooming through content because we are level 21 already. Ideally, you want to be under to get like the most amount of XP. We're gonna close that thing, but like it is kind of cool to listen to it. So this area, these little spinning traps. It's really not that big of a deal though. Later we can get an item called Immortal Flesh that basically cheeses all the mechanics. It's a really cheap item, but it gives you an insane amount of life regen. It gives you negative resistances. You can kind of tank some of these if you want to, but it's probably not smart. But I've been playing this game for so long, I just pop a potion, walk through. But yeah, ideally you don't get hit by those little like spinning things. That's all we really needed that area for. So now we're gonna go right back in. I'm gonna move my face out of the way. We're gonna go right back into the crossroads. Now we're gonna go up and to the left, and we got another skill point. Throw this in. Hopefully our mana is going to be okay to the point where we don't even need to run a mana potion. I can run as many quicksilver flasks as possible. And you'll see that this gap over here, it can be crossed if you just go and dash up. Little speed run and tactic. League mechanics are the silver coins. Oh, you have to use silver coins to get to the area? I didn't actually check that out, but we'll mess around with the league mechanic eventually. Act 3 is a little bit shorter. We can go through it a little bit faster. So now we're in the Chamber of Sins. And in Chamber of Sins level 2 is where we want to actually get the next Trial of Ascendancy for this act. I'll get the waypoint over here. And just keep on moving. Keep on moving. And go to level 2. And usually when you get to an area, it says it at least gives you the hint there's a Trial of Ascendancy, but a lot of people for the first time, you'd be like, well, what was a Trial of Ascendancy? Like, what am I solving? It's a mystery. But yeah, one suggestion I can give is just hold down your movement button. Like, in my case, it's W, and it'll just keep on activating it for you. It makes the gameplay significantly faster. That's another reason why I just like Ranger in general. It's just feels really good to play that movement speed. I'm going to activate all these things. Oh, this one, it froze us. Oh, okay. That's an area where like we might have actually died. Let's see if we have any. There's Ballista Totem, Mirage Archer support. Sometimes you can get one where it has extra quality, but unfortunately it did not have quality. But I haven't seen the league mechanics. Sometimes it'll just activate and you just click on it. But this is brand new, so no one really knows the full mechanics of it today, except for, of course, the people that worked on the game, because this is brand new. But I'll give you guys the rundown. A lot of times the league mechanic is not worth doing earlier on because the rewards just simply aren't going to be super powerful, but we can try it. As soon as we figure out how it actually works. Right. So if there's any like elites, activate that. We're going to click on this, get the gem. And then we are good. So now we can go through a portal. And we talk to Helena. Talk to all the NPCs.
Keep your life to your own.
And talk to Roost. Talk to all. Ooh, we can get our first Herald. So we can get Herald of Thunder to add some small amount of lightning damage to our build. We could get that. That's like another option. What would I suggest getting? I mean, since we're doing Lightning Arrow, you can level it with Ice Shot too, and then you can get the cold one. It really doesn't matter. I mean, I'm going to pick this one up, and eventually we can use this, and I'll show you how that works. That's going to reserve more mana than we probably have right now. But, yes. So now what we're going to do after we get all those little items, we're going to go to the root of the problem. So that is going to be in Act 2, and we're going to go back to the wetlands. Now we're going to go up over here, the tree roots, and we're going to go straight up. And then, because it'll be your first time playing this game, or if it is your first time, you want to unlock the hideout, and I'll show you guys how to get that as well. Just clearing an area, and I'll show and explain that. Basically, just clear out the area, and that's how you get your own hideout. Remember before when we were trading, you have to get your own hideout to actually do that. And it's basically a little custom area that you can have, and you can decorate it yourself, and it's all free. There are more decorations that you can buy. It's just like, you know, the little pillars. Like, you can make your own little like house and your little trade area the way you want. And it's one of the coolest features, I think, in this game that I wish other games had. Like, I wish Diablo had its own like little. You can make a little guild hideout with you have like a guild stash.
I'm not up to that just yet.
You can make areas for your homies to hang out in. Okay, leveled up again. Okay, we're at 23. Once we hit 25 though, which I don't know if we'll actually hit by the end of this act. We may hit it, but that's gonna be awesome. So I'm thinking we're pretty good on mana. I'm gonna double check before I spend another point here. And like, I might have something that gives me like 1 or 2 mana regen or something. But I just love how fast we're going through content. I'm so glad I decided to roll this, because I was debating on like, oh, I could go melee because there's this cool build with some sort of burn. It's like ignite. And I was like, I can maybe go that after, because it's not very beginner friendly to play melee at all. Like, it's terrible. Alright, so what we're looking for in Vol Ruins is the Ancient Seal. You just go over there, and you just keep on going up. You can talk to Yina if you want.
Not in the world I know.
Keep on upgrading all of your gems. Again, you don't want to upgrade Clarity or your Vitality. And I put Herald of Thunder on. If I activate it, you'll see it reserves more mana. Let's see if our mana's okay with this activated. Because our ideal goal, there's just going to be 2 areas that we can go to. Cool, we got the waypoint. So, from the Northern Forest, if you can get the waypoint, that's cool. Actually, yeah, let me recommend you guys to get the waypoint. This waypoint is really common, though. And you want to hug the left side. Usually, the left side is going to be where the hideout will actually be. But I think our mana is pretty much fine at this moment. Like, I don't have mana problems. But once we get to a 4 link, it's going to cost more mana. Right now, our thing is 3 linked. So what we're looking for is the Dread Thicket. This is where you get your first waypoint. So, or not waypoint. You get your first hideout. So what we're going to do in this area is eventually there's always going to be a hideout. And because this is a beginner's guide, I'm going to do it for you guys. I don't need to do this, though. If you've already played Path of Exile and you already have a hideout, this is unnecessary. But for a beginner, you need to get a hideout. It's very important because that's where you're going to be doing your crafting. This is all your endgame content when you have like your own special space. So you want to look for this little blue thing. This is called a fleur-de-lis. It's a little like a... You'll see that there's a little blue icon right there. You want to look for that. You go into the Lush hideout, and you just kill everything in here, and then it'll say, I've already unlocked it, but it'll say hideout unlocked the first time you do it. You just kill every single enemy. It's pretty simple. It's really straightforward. To be as thorough as possible and to be a good instructor, I'm going to kill everything. Okay, so we killed everything, and then normally it would say, like, you've unlocked the, hideout. That's it. So now we're going to go back to town, and I'm going to use the other waypoint that we activated before. I'm gonna level up all the gems. I actually got a skill point, 2 skill points. I think we're okay on the mana situation. If I wanted to, though, if you need a little bit more, you can get 3 mana. Actually, if we get this, I'm gonna get this because like this is just gonna guarantee it. It's not gonna have mana problems for a while. Then what we can do is we can get some more damage, or we can go up and get an additional arrow. I want to get this as quickly as possible because additional arrows is just fantastic. Okay, now we're going to go right back into the Northern Forest. And we're going to complete the act. The mechanics are the... Oh, wait, I read that. This is way deeper than Diablo 3. What? Way deeper. And our goal is to go up and to the left.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Oh, we get Fractured Gear this early on? Okay, that's really cool. So these are really cool items. They're items that always roll with like the golden text in here is basically the item has a roll on it that can not really be swapped off. There are technically ways to get rid of it, but for the most part, they will always have that. So if I craft on it, it will always have that like plus the strength on it. It's good for crafting later. I'll teach you guys a little bit of crafting. Okay, but let's complete Act 2. We're at basically the very end. if I had a added lightning damage, it will cost more mana for it. It's fine though. I believe we can sustain it. In fact, we can do it right now. Well, actually, let's get into this next area called the caverns. Okay, so let me see if I have room for it. Now, this is again all optional, but because I can get squeeze maybe some more damage out of this, why not? All right, so let's see if we have. Let's see. We can type in just the word support, and you can see all of the support gems. So we can do physical to lightning here, and I can convert some of the physical damage because this has physical. I can convert it to lightning damage, and I can just throw that on. It's just going to give us an upgrade, or I can get like added lightning damage. But this is fine. I'm just going to go pick this up, and what this is going to do is I'm going to move my face out of the way so you can see this. This is actually kind of a good little lesson here. So I'm going to move this over here. So remember, now we got lightning arrow, we got barrage archer, and we got lesser multiple projectiles. Now, if I check out this, if I add this, you can see right now our damage per second is 709. And make sure you click on lightning arrow, okay? And now, bam, we have 846 just with that gem. Just a nice little DPS boost. The nice thing with this is now it converts all of our physical to elemental damage. So if I start scaling percent elemental damage, all of that physical is now going to be converted, so it's going to give me better returns on it. So that's a nice little thing, because lightning arrow converts 50% of our physical to lightning. And you do a lot of crazy things with damage conversion in this game. This is awesome. This is like kind of the beauty path of Exile, but it gets real complex. But to answer your question, MT, this is Path of Exile is the name of this game. So yeah, we're just going to keep on going down from caverns. We are just zooming. Everything's pretty much dying in one hit, which is great. That's what we want to say. And if you want to pick up those things for the red, blue, and green, feel free to do so. I think it's good just to grab. But ideally, you want to just try to get through the campaign as quickly as possible, because you can get a lot more of those towards the end game, and it's like picking up, you know, pennies. It's still like, it's never bad, but if you see any crafting recipes, just click on them. It can be used later. Get that waypoint and just keep on moving. A lot of the acts will get a lot shorter, since in the very beginning we're not one-shotting everything. I mean, the elites you may not one-shot, and that's totally fine.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Like there's scroll wisdom we left there. If it is good to pick it up, sure, but I'm not going to go out of my way. It's just much faster just to progress, because in my personal opinion, sometimes people like to pick up all the small currency, and I would recommend you do what you want to do. If you like right now we have 9 scrolls of wisdom, so like I'm okay on it. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like I'm going to trade those for really good items or anything. But like, don't leave any orb alchemies or chaos orbs. Orb alchemies are kind of like 25 cent. Actually, yeah, they're like more like 25-cent pieces. Think of them like that. Orb alchemies are great. I mean, you can pick up all your alterations and stuff too, but you'll get a lot eventually. We have another skill point over here, and I'm going to move over here and grab this. If you want to get more HP, it's great as well. It's never bad. But honestly, once we hit 25... Oh, we hit 25 with that Fox Shade. Yes. Fox Shade is beautiful. So our defense right here, what's this one? Okay, so Shrapnel Ballista. Okay, so if we look at my defenses right here, I have a 78% chance just to not take damage. If I put this one, I have 29. Fox Shade is insanely good, because at full HP we have 1,000 evasion rating, which is just bonkers levels of good. And then also damage of enemies hitting you is unlucky while I'm on full life. Unlucky means that when the enemy hits me, it's going to roll the damage twice and take the better result for me. So that's great. Okay, so now we're at the boss. If you want to throw up a portal, you can. But we can get this craft waypoint, or the craft over here. And we're going to activate the altar, and we're up for Nabash. Part 1 will be up very soon, Raz. We're still uploading on YouTube. These files are like 20, sometimes they're like 20 gigs, because I like to upload in the highest quality possible. I don't like take the Twitch VODs. I mean, it would be smarter to do it the other way, but I like the videos to be like high quality. Because you can put 1080p, but depending on your bit rate, and Twitch only allows you to stream at like 6,000. For the bit rate, which is bonkers, because it's 2023, man. We gotta upgrade that. But yeah, we're gonna have the boss over here, And the boss is pretty easy. This boss is a cakewalk for the most part. Basically, there is a slam attack. You'll hear it go, woo, and it's like a little machine. That's the one attack that can be deadly. Oh, she's throwing the lasers over here. So when you get hit by that, that's going to shock you. And that will make you take significant more damage. That's also why Lightning Arrow is so good, because it applies shock. And shock means that they will take more damage. There's a little indicator if we get shocked or if we shock the boss. So just move and attack. Don't get hit by the falling rocks. Pretty much most of the bosses in this entire game, you stand behind them. He's kind of hard to make out where his back is because, well, he kind of looks like symmetrical. But a lot of the bosses, you literally just stand in the back. Just shoot, move, shoot. Oh, he didn't even do his move once. So when you hear the, it sounds like a machine. He'll go up and he'll do a slam. That'll probably be one-shot most people. But it's not that big of a deal if you die to him, especially with a slam. But just shoot once, move. You saw it got a little close there. It's because we haven't been scaling life, because I'm like, I want to get this extra arrow. But if you want to, you can go ahead and get HP. Right after we get this additional arrow, I'm going to get a lot more HP. I'm going to get HP here. There's HP down here as well. And there's also HP up there. But if you want to, you can just type in the word life, and you can find out where all the life nodes are. So like over here, this is life recovery, so you don't want that. I don't think that one is necessarily like good at all. We're going to get a lot more HP. We're going to grab all of these over here. But I just want one additional arrow because it's going to be nice. There's one additional arrow here, and there's, let me type in additional arrow. There's another additional arrow right here. Once you get both of these, you can drop your lesser multiple projectiles throughout the entire campaign, and then that way you're basically getting another link. Getting more arrows is always good, but lightning arrow does not shotgun. And what I mean by that is if I get up point blank to an enemy and hit, all 3 arrows would in theory hit the enemy, it will not activate it and hit them 3 times. Tornado shot, however, does, which is a different skill. And we can do tornado shot. Tornado shot is an awesome skill. Okay, we gotta kill all the enemies. So, in the City of Storm, which is where you go once you finish the Act 2 boss. We just deleted the Act 2 boss right there. So you'll find a girl named Calistria, you kill everything around her, and then she's gonna say thank you. And then she wants you to save her boyfriend. So we're going to go up and to the left pretty much, and we are going to get to the next act. So this is Act 3. We're just breezing through the content, though. Wow, that was really, really fast. So I'm still not sure how the league mechanic works. If we can test it out, since this part was relatively short, yeah, we can do it. And we got really lucky on Act 1 for the Orb of Alchemies. So you can see over here, if you miss out on any of this... Oh, did we not click on the thing in the Chamber of Sins? Okay. Did we not really not do the Chamber of Sins? Is that area? Okay, so apparently we didn't click on the... I'm pretty sure we did this thing because I even was like, okay, that's why we're going to the Chamber of Sins. But I might not have clicked at the very end. It's fine. It's only going to take us a second here. I was pretty sure we did it, though. Like, we did the... Did we not do the trial here? Okay, anyways, we're going to do it. If you guys already did the trial, then I guess fast forward this a second, but I didn't maybe click on that thing at the very end. Alright, so we're going to do this real quick. Take like 10 seconds. Okay. So here's what we do at the Chamber of Sins level 2. Okay, maybe we actually didn't do it. So Chamber of Sins level 2. And we just go through. Those sawblades will do damage, but you can just dash right past them. It's really, really simple. Some of those switches, by the way, are pranks. Okay, let's click on this. Okay. I remember going to the Chamber of Sins, but it's fine. No biggie. So now we have completed it. And so in Act 3, which is where we're at right now, because this area tells you where the Trial of Ascendancies are. And if you're watching this as a guide, don't worry, I'll have everything. So now if we click on the Ascendancy plaque, you'll see that there's 3 more. And once we do another 3, this area will actually open up as a gate. So let's see what the... is there an NPC? Because I know the expedition NPCs are here, but yeah, I don't think there is a an option for the league mechanic. I'll check in Act 1, because usually how this works is there's some sort of league mechanic. Oh, time for a fight. Oh, okay, so that's actually, it's a part of the new quest line. Okay, let's at least try out the new mechanic once. and we'll see like how it is. So you found a silver coin, rub it between your fingers in town or a hideout. Okay, so in town. So we have to use a silver coin in town. Oh, okay. So we're gonna right click on this. This is gonna open up an area. Okay, let's check it out. Let's see what this new mechanic is going to have. So this is my first time doing this. Everyone's first time doing this is gonna be today anyways. So we have the Well of Phasing. Okay, what's this? Okay.
Your coming was foretold, but you are decades early. How odd. I am Navani, once a Hatungo for my people, now a revenant in service of the Mother of Death.
Okay, so she serves the Mother of Death. Okay, so this is brand new. This is a whole new area. And so I'm guessing each one of these is some sort of character that we can like have in our party as the new league mechanic. All right, so is this participate in the trial? A silver coin is required. Okay, so you use your silver coins. Okay, so this is new because before silver coins were something else. Okay, so this is the new league mechanic. Ooh, okay. So we get to see our rewards for doing this. So this is really cool. So let's see, what do we got? Scour. Removes all modifiers from an item. So we get this. Yeah, honestly, like, these rewards aren't really that insane. I'm not sure what these are the sponsors. Okay, so the monster level is 20. Oh, so we get to choose whatever reward we want. I mean, out of all these, the only thing that's going to give us, like, something that I actually want is... It's cool. Oh, I mean, honestly, this is not that bad at all. Okay, it shows the sockets, too. Generally not that bad. I mean, it's a lot of damage earlier on, for sure. But, like, the thing is that our current one, that increased elemental, and it's got, what is it, 20? It's like, this is actually not a bad book, because it's got triple. But again, the projectiles training is, I promise you, is going to be way better. We can get like extra flat damage. Oh, we should actually look for a much better quiver to have just a bunch of numbers. But if you don't happen to have a good bow, this could be maybe an upgrade for sure. If you don't happen to have Roth's Reach, but Roth's Reach, I can use it for a while. Okay, so this is crazy. All right.
An interesting
so we
strategy.
Click our characters and drag them.
Challenging them shall be.
Okay, so we have to move these characters. It's like an auto battler. So these are all melee characters, so do I need any defenders? Throws cold spells from a distance. I don't know how far that is. Like, can it shoot across the map? So how this works is basically, as far as I am aware, we set up our base and they set up their base. If I kill their like totem at the end, or like if you play like, was it League of Legends, the Nexus, that is how I think you win, but you also play yourself.
Prepare yourselves.
So the first one will probably be super easy, but let's see if it's even worth doing.
From on high, and the Hideout's eye, we fight.
It might just make sense just to go for their core. Oh, can you not just attack their core? Might have like a thing where you have to kill like the enemies first. Or how does this work?
I'm not up to that just yet.
Throw him with Sniper's Mark. Okay. This is actually quite challenging though. Because our build is, you saw us basically melt everything, right? Have to kill him multiple times, or... Oh, so... okay, how it works. I can't damage the totems, but our little guys that we hire, when we place them on the battlefield, they get rid of it. But this is like insanely difficult because like my build is incredibly strong. The fact that these guys are actually surviving is pretty wild. Maybe it has some sort of, I doubt it, but there could be some threshold where like they don't let you one-shot them. I'm kind of curious if they have some sort of like protection. So that thing above them, oh, it said 18%, but you can see the like guy in lightning. So they have to destroy this little totem. And then we get our one scour. So honestly, it's probably not even worth doing earlier on. I mean, if we have like the ability to trade and we get Roth's Reach, I mean, Later, it'll probably... It's always usually worth doing the League mechanic in the end game in all the Path of Exile games. But in terms of earlier on, sometimes you can definitely skip out on the League mechanics. Because I could progress way faster in the campaign. So here's my thoughts on the League mechanic. It's kind of cool. We'll definitely do a little bit more of it later, because I know you can like upgrade the characters and like I think you can equip them with certain things, but it just takes way too long for all of this to get like one scour. If it was for the bow, maybe. But like Roth's Reach is like so easy to get, so it's attacking it. So I can't attack it. The NPC does it, right? I feel like if there's nothing there, you should go faster, but... Oh, we gotta fight this guy again? His name? Tawakanu? Tawanakunu? Okay, we gotta kill him again. And once we kill him, that should be it. Because this thing is like 1 HP. Is it still damaging it? So I guess you can't damage it when their main guy is alive and he just respawns again and again. It's almost like that, what is it, the heroes in Warcraft 3? Like they come back from the altar. Okay, so we kill him, and then they attack this, and then we get the... Oh, it's that one. That's the last one. And then we win. Okay. Okay. And then we get some points. Then we get favors. Okay. So now we get our reward. The 1 scour. And so, let's see the next rewards, if there is more. Okay. So let's see what the next reward is, because it's going to get more and more rewarding. Okay, so we get, oh, that's not bad. So what these tattoos do, by the way, they replace your small passive notes. So like the plus 10 dexterity would be replaced with 15% chance to avoid being stunned. And I'm sure that there's going to be more rewards as we progress, but that took us, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. I don't know what the exact time is, but it's not like for these items, it's simply not going to be worth it for us. If we are playing solo with no trade, this would be a lot better for sure. But yeah, I mean, like getting some of these can be like okay currency items, but I would rather progress in the campaign and then do this when we're max level, because then the rewards will probably be chaos orbs, divine orbs, you know, just other forms of currency that will be way more worth your time. And this is round 2. Maybe at round 3 we can get 1 chaos orb, but again, the main thing that does become a problem in general with the Path of Exile League mechanics, this is like a thing that I want to teach you guys, is sometimes doing the league mechanic will put you so far ahead of your level that when you do the campaign, because you have to do the campaign to get to the end game content to do the maps, that you're going to get way less XP because you're over leveled. So that's another thing that you got to factor in as well. Like we can talk to her. Let's see. View favors.
What do you think?
Oh, what is this? Increase movement speed. Okay, so you can use your favors that you get, and you could buy upgrades for your characters. But no, as far as I'm aware of though, after you win at the very end, because it has like round 2, 3, 4. I don't know how high it goes, but at the very end, I'm pretty sure after you get your giant reward, all of these favors reset. As far as I'm aware of, there's no like long-term progression like in Heist, where your characters actually get to continuously upgrade. But I think this is cool. She just okay. View favors. What does she sell? Oh, so this you can buy the warriors. Oh, okay, cool. And then you can also get, yeah, I think just getting more warriors just for extraction might be good, as long as you can get enough damage. But the problem is, like, I have really good damage for our level, and the thing just takes a really long time to kill. So we'll just start scaling an insane amount of damage, because it doesn't seem like it's worth it in terms of cost effectiveness for time right now. But that'll change, like I said, later down the line, hopefully. Anyways, that's going to go wrap it up for part 2, act 2. And again, this whole thing is going to be brand new for us. So eventually, wait, can we just go back, or do we have to do? Can we like return? I'm sure if I just go to exit, we could probably return. Is there like a portal to return? Probably is.
Fighting to find peace.
Where's the portal to return? Or do we have to go through all of them? I'll do it for testing. I don't know if this is smart, because maybe it like exits. Oh, it just exits the area. Okay. And I'm curious, and I'm doing this for testing for you guys, because I want to show you guys the league mechanics like fully. So if I do this, do I have to start back at level 1? Oh, there's no one here. So I have to go in this well? Okay.
I'm not
Because I'm curious to know, does that cancel my entire round 1, 2, and that lets me reset, and this could actually be smarter, because then if I don't like the rewards, I just reset like that. Oh no, it still keeps us as round 2. Okay, so if I just, I'm pretty sure at the, oh wait, you know what, there's a little thing right here. Oh, return to the living. Oh, and then you just go over the waypoint. Ah, okay. So that's another way to get back. I guess you could just log out too. That's another option. Anyways, that's going to wrap it up for part 2, Act 2. If you guys enjoyed it, drop a like on your way out, and I will see you guys on part 3, Act 3 very soon. Peace out.